Hey, hello, how you doing? My name is Tehja Avanni, and today is a very extra special day. It's always my favorite part of any project. I will be bedazzling and decorating the heart bra. So last video I showed y'all how I sewed the heart bra, and today I will be bedazzling it, rhinestoning it, and decorating it to make it all fabulous and beautiful and just extra. If y'all know me, you know I love rhinestones. So this is that video. So it's going to be relatively long. So grab a drink, grab a snack, grab whatever you want to grab in order to lean back and leisurely watch and enjoy this video. Also, if you want to see how I sewed the bra first, y'all can check out the next video or the last video, and then you can come back and watch this one. So anyway, as always, all the materials will be linked down below in the description box and in the comments as well, since I know like the description box is a little hard to get to. Also, I'll be linking a Pinterest board of alternative materials because some stuff goes in and out of stock and all that stuff. So check out that as well if you can't find something. So anyway, that's it. So this is episode 2 of my Vday Lovecore fashion project. So if you would like to see how I bedazzled and decorated and adorned this heart bra that I sewed, please keep on watching until the end of the video. Alright, so this is where we left off with my heart bra. I finished sewing all of it, and you know, it's a nice bare canvas for what I want to do to it, which is bedazzle the absolute crap out of it. So it looks great, it looks fabulous, but there's a lot more to do. So first, what I'm going to do is not rhinestone it. I actually have to make some bows because that's a part of the sketch, is that I'm going to make some bows to go at the bottom of the heart bra cups. So I need a 1¼ inch ribbon, then a 2½ inch wide ribbon, some needle, and some red thread. So what I'm going to make sure first is to thread my needle, and then I'm going to measure out, I believe, like 43 or 45 centimeters of the 2½ inch ribbon, wide ribbon. It's a lot of numbers, okay? It's a lot of numbers. I'll link the tutorial down below of how I learned how to make the bow, but I'm still showing y'all here. So I'm going to measure that out and cut 2 of them because I need 2 bows. It's alright, my head is going to be in the way for a lot of this video because this is the first time I tried my overhead system, so bear with me. But I got 2 of them, but I'm going to put one ribbon over to the side while I work on one, obviously, because I can't do both at the same time. Would love it if I could. So first thing what I'm going to do is fold this piece of ribbon in half and crease it and really make a center seam. All right, make sure you get a good crease in there. If you want to touch it a little bit with the iron, you can, but just a little crease is enough. You don't need it to stay there like permanently, but that is going to act as a marker, as a point of reference. So then what I'm going to do is cross the excess ends of the ribbon underneath the bottom of the ribbon, if that makes any sense, but you'll see it just like that. Okay, I try to make it as even as possible as well. So I'm going to do that and then crease those as well. So you should have about 2 different creases, but it should follow the same kind of the same spot of where the original center crease that we first did, you know, it should be in the same place. If that makes any sense. I'm so sorry, y'all, if this makes no sense, but it's more of a visual thing. It's more of a visual thing. You see what I'm doing. So I'm making a center crease for the entire bow. Okay, but it follows the first crease that we did. So now I'm going to unfold it, and I'm going to run a gathering hand stitch along the entire crease that we just made. It's a little hard to hold it, and so I struggle a little bit. But once you get the thread or the needle first in there, then it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and then I'm finishing up this gathering stitch, and once I finished that up, then you're just going to pull it. You're literally going to gather the entire ribbon. And, you know, guess what it looks like? It looks like a bow, huh? Yeah, so it's super easy once you get the hang of it. So I'm just going to kind of wind the ribbon, or not the ribbon, the thread around the ribbon, just to really make sure that center point is really, or the center is really like tight and as compact as possible. And then I'm just gonna kind of like sew a little bit, just like the folds together, just so that they really stay put. It's a little hard. You don't have to do it, but it's good to do it. All right, and that's what it looks like once you complete that step. So now I'm going to put that over to the side and take my 1.25" ribbon, wide ribbon, and I'm just going to cut out like, I think what, yeah, I'm pointing at 8 centimeters, but even shorter than that, like a 4 centimeter long ribbon is fine too, because this is going to be the center part to cover up all of the gathers. And I'm of course cutting out 2 because we're making 2 bows. So once I do that, I'm going to like fold it in thirds, whichever way you want to fold them. There's a couple of different ways. I kind of folded it like you usually do with paper, you know, and just make those creases as well as much as possible, because we want to hide those raw edges as best as possible, because we don't need to see them. So after I do that, I'm going to wrap it around the center of the bow and then kind of fold that raw edge as well inside kind of the whole ribbon situation, if that makes any sense. But hide the raw edge, and then you're going to hand sew the ribbon, or that little like centerpiece of the ribbon down, kind of like closing it. Yeah, there we go, closing it. You're pretty much sewing it to close it, just so that it continues to clasp around the center of the bow. And also, you know, maybe do a stitch or 2 for that it hits like the center of the bow, just to make sure that it also stays in place. And then once you do that, then the bow is pretty much done. You can hit the raw edges of the bow with a little bit of fire, just to like kind of seal the edges, or do some fray check. I haven't used fray check yet, so I can't speak on it, but just to stop the fraying from happening. I think I cut off some of the fraying. Yeah, I cut off some of the fraying because it's a little annoying, and also even out the edges. This is what it looks like. It looks beautiful. It looks like a very nice prized possession bow. All right, so I'm taking the heart bra, and before I attach the bows, what I'm going to do is sketch out these heart rings that I want on the bra, you know, because I want 3 different colors on the bra. I want a red heart, I want a medium pink heart, and I want a light pink heart. So I'm first going to sketch that out with some pencil. And that's what it looks like. Alright, so now that that's all drawn on, that is going to serve as a guide on where to paint those 3 colors on. So I'm going to take y'all to like my little painting station in order to do that. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm using this plastic container top as my palette for my paints. Yes, we love a multi-dimensional product and it's cheap and easy. You get it for free when you get takeout. So anyway, I'm taking this screen printing ink that I got when I did screen printing classes, and it's called magenta, I believe, or a magenta red, I don't know, but I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put it on the palette. And then I'm taking a little bit of this Martha Stewart paint. I'll put like the actual name somewhere, and I'm going to mix it because I didn't want the magenta or the mid pink to be that red toned. I kind of wanted it to be like as neutral as possible, or if not a little bit of a blue middle pink. So I'm going to mix that together real quick. I have no idea why this screen printing ink dried up to be this thick, but it is. So I'm going to add a little bit of fabric medium from Golden, which I don't think they make anymore, but I think, or they changed the name of it. Maybe it's just medium, but just to loosen it up, and also for the screen printing ink to adhere to the fabric a little bit better since it's so thick. And so I kind of like mashed that up as best as possible, you know, making do with what we got. And then I add some Mod Podge. I have a big old container of it, but I'm adding a little bit of Mod Podge so I don't have to finish the or seal the paint after I painted it. It's just already sealing itself because it's mixed in with Mod Podge. And I think to loosen this up a little bit as well, I added water, but I did that off camera. So anyway, this is pretty much the mid pink that I'm working with. Then I'm taking this Americana color. It's acrylic paint, and I believe it's just called light pink or baby pink or something like that. It's like the perfect baby pink color. And again, I'm adding more Mod Podge to it. It could be any like finish of Mod Podge. There's actually a fabric one too. You can use that. You kind of don't need it between screen painting or screen printing ink and acrylic paint because they like stick to it already. But yeah, you can use that. I'm just using the gloss one because that's the one I got. But it's going to be covered in rhinestones anyway. So now I'm taking this other, it's also, I believe it's also called magenta or crimson. like they have very weird names. But anyway, it's like, I believe that's the crimson one though. And it's another screen printing ink that I got because I just like the colors of them. I don't use it for a specific reason. I just like the colors of them. And then I'm taking this Basics acrylic paint. I forgot what color that's in. Hold on. So it's the Liquitex Basics acrylic paint in Cominium Red, I think. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'll put it in the screen. But I'm using all those, adding Mod Podge to it and mixing that up, and I got my 3 colors from doing that, and it was giving very much art class from elementary school. I enjoyed it a lot. I really need to paint more because I really do enjoy painting. So I'm going to take my bra and first cover it as best as possible with like papers and stuff like that, because I want to be really, really careful with the paint and make sure that I don't unnecessarily stain anything. So I'm just going to do that real quick and using paper, masking tape, and pins just to hold it all in place as best as possible. And then I'm just going to be really like intentional with my painting just to make sure that it just doesn't get anywhere I don't want it to go. And so now I'm just going to take my paints and I'm going to be using a multitude of different brushes, kind of like small, medium, small, and like very detailed brushes. So those are the brushes to cover like big spaces, and then I'm using a smaller brush to kind of do more line work and kind of get into the cracks and crevices. So I'm first starting out with the red. Why? I don't know. But I did want to get over painting right next to the ribbon binding first. So I'm just doing that with a very detailed brush. Yes, my head and hair is constantly in the way because, again, this was my first time using my overhead system. So anyway, ta-da, this is what it looks like. It's literally the most perfect red. It's like that crimson, like just deep hue, like this pure primary color red, but like a slightly darker, like it's a very beautiful color. So I did the perimeter right next to the ribbon, and then I did where I sketched out where the red should stop, and then I'm just going to fill in all the rest of the places, and I'm just going to rinse and repeat for each color, literally and figuratively. So this is going to take a while, so I'll just play some music and y'all can chill until the painting is done. I'm only going to show 1 cup because just showing y'all 2 would be too much. Alright, so this is what it looks like once 1 cup is done, and so I'm going to finish the other one obviously, and then I'm going to let it dry. I believe I let it dry for like a day just to make sure that it's like super duper dry, and just nothing can be like transferred or anything like that. So I like to leave stuff to dry at least for 24 hours, even though I'm so impatient, but I try to do at least 24 hours, if not 48 is always better. Alright, so this is what it looks like once the drying happens. And this, yeah, it's pretty much the same colors. I'm happy it didn't dry down to a darker color or a lighter color, depending on the situation. But I'm very, very happy with that. Like, it stayed the same exact color. And I think that's just a testament to the paints that I used and the inks that I used. So I'm marking where I want to place the bows at the bottom, because if I place them all the way at the bottom, they would just be crunched up and hidden. And I didn't like that. So I believe I tried on the bra and just figured out where I wanted them to be placed, which was about like an inch above the bottom. So I'm just going to take my ribbon. I'm going to first do a stitch on the back of the ribbon and then stitch it onto the bra cup where I want it to go. And then just do a few stitches and then knot it off and call it a day. At least I thought it was simple and easy. I had to grab my thimble because this shit was hard. It's good. It is good ribbon. Like, it's bridal quality ribbon. I will of course link all the materials down below. And I love the great customer service from where I got the ribbon from as well. Like, you know, she will forever be the place I get the ribbon. But anyway, so as you see, I've stitched it into the marker and then pull it in place just so that it stays at the right place. And then, you know, it's going to be continuous stitches from there. Anyway, I will speed this up and I won't bore you with that because I know we're all here to see the rhinestones. So that's what it looks like once the ribbon is just stitched on. And then now it's prepared to be rhinestones. So what I'm first going to do is line the cups of the heart bras with my 6mm Valentina rhinestones from Tehja's Wonderland. Of course, will be linked down below. Just to kind of cover up the little stitches I did, because I don't like the way that they looked. I wanted to cover those up as best as possible, and I'm happy I did it anyway. Because I think adding like a uniform ribbon like lining. Not ribbon, uniform rhinestone lining really added to the effect of the heart bra and almost it looking like showgirly. It's really cute. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm taking my nail dotter and I'm dotting a like little dollop of glue onto the place where I want to put the rhinestone. Then I'm taking my tweezers and placing the rhinestones on top of it, and just doing that all the way around the bra, everywhere. Everywhere. So that takes a while. But all of it takes a while from here on out. So yeah, I'm just going to do that just to kind of line the rhinestones as best as possible. But making sure that I don't cover all of the ribbon as well, because I want the ribbon to peek through. So yes, I'll leave you while I do that. And then I'll come back when I move on to the next step. So after I finish rhinestoning everything, what I'm doing now is I'm going to protect the bows by stuffing them into these snack Ziploc bags. And I'm just going to close up the Ziploc bag as much as possible. Like just to get them protected, making sure that no glue falls on it, no paint falls on it, no rhinestones fall on it. I just want it to just be just the way that they are. So I'm doing that real quick just to protect them. And this also keeps them out of the way of, out of the way of the cups while I'm rhinestoning it too. So it's multitasking and I love that. So I'm doing that right quick, right before I start rhinestoning. So I'm first starting off with the red part of the heart bra, and I'm going to be mixing some rhinestones for y'all. For no reason at all. I could just start rhinestoning, but I thought it was nice to show y'all how I do it. So I'm starting off with the leftover 6mm resin rhinestones that I have, and then I'll be adding all the different sizes of the Valentina rhinestones. So like 3mm, 4mm, 5mm, and already 6mm. And I'm also going to be using a little bit of Betty rhinestones as well, which are crystal glass rhinestones, and they're a perfect bright red color. And those are also for my shop, Tehja's Wonderland. And so I'll be using like a mix of those to give some dimension and shape to just how the wall-to-wall rhinestoning for the red part would be. So once I pour all of the rhinestones I want into the little container, even though it's literally a plastic top, I love using plastic tops, okay? I'm just gonna mix them in just so that all the sizes are mixed up together, and are like, all one really big happy family. And then after that, then I'll start rhinestoning. I am again using a slew of different paint brushes in order to apply the rhinestone glue. So I'm using some detail brushes just to get into little cracks and crevices, and then bigger brushes obviously to paint bigger spaces on the heart cups. And to apply the rhinestones, it will be a mix of the wax pencil that I typically use and my rhinestone tweezers as well. And a little bit of toothpicks too, a little bit. But I like just rotate whenever I'm feeling it or whatever is faster for me and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go to my heart bra and literally paint the rhinestone glue. I'm using my E6000 Fab Refuse glue, which I love. Gem tack will also work really great since it's not stretchy fabric. So that will also work great for this project if you guys are doing something similar. And then so I'm just going to paint the glue on and then apply the rhinestones. And that's literally it. And I do that over and over and over again. If you watch any of my other rhinestone videos, like this is pretty much it. This is all I do. So yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the rhinestoning video content, the footage, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all when I move on to the next color. So I'm sorry, y'all, if you hear a little bit of hissing. My laptop, she's popping off right now. So please don't mind that if y'all hear that. Anyway, so I'm finishing up the red, and that's what it looks like all finished. And so now I'm going to move on to the hot pink middle hot pink color. So, oh, it looks like it's dry. I do wait for the rhinestones to completely dry as well, just to make sure that I don't move any unnecessary rhinestones, because, you know, we want them to set in place. So now I'm taking my 3mm Eris rhinestones from Tehja's Wonderland and dumping them into their own separate container. And then I'm going to, I believe I might take the 2mm as well of the Eris rhinestones. And then I'm taking the Deco Crafts hot pink resin rhinestones, 2mm, 4mm, 5mm, and 6mm. They're all in like one pack. And yeah, see, you can see the pack. They're all in one pack, but I also bought one of each as well. And I'll use that to rhinestone the mid pink color. So again, I am painting the rhinestone glue onto the heart bra where the color is, and then I'm going to place the rhinestones on top. And I tried to fit the rhinestones as well up against the red rhinestones, just to kind of fit them as much as possible and leave little to no empty space. You know, I try my best to do that. So it's like a big old puzzle that takes forever to complete. And as you see, like, I'm switching out like rhinestones, just rhinestone sizes, just to make sure that everything fits properly. And yeah, so like I said, it's just a big old puzzle. And so I just do the same thing that I did with the red, and just kind of figure it out as I go along. I believe the rhinestone, it took like 2 to 3 days to finish, because once you get to the light pink part, that's like literally an hour. It's really not that big at all. But yeah, I believe it took me about 2 to 3 days to rhinestone the whole thing, because it is a lot of rhinestones. Like, the red part was the hardest part for me. The mid pink was a little annoying because you had to fit the rhinestones up against the red part. But once I get past those two, the light pink was relatively easy. So anyway, I'll leave y'all to it again, and I'll see y'all when we go to the or when I go to the light pink color. So I finished 1 cup off camera because I was so sick and tired. I was so tired of rhinestoning this bra. I mean, it took me forever to do because I would like take breaks in between rhinestoning the bra. So I just had to power through and just see how one looks completely finished to then inspire me to continue to rhinestone this. So this is what it looks like. It looks super freaking pretty. Now I did make one mistake with the light pink. I should have just kept it with 1 color, but I decided to do 3 different colors because I wanted more dimension. It was a bad idea. I don't know why I thought that was okay, but I ended up mixing, which I wanted. I should have just kept it this color. My Tehja's Wonderland Leah rhinestones in 2 and 3 millimeter. I should have just kept it that because that's the most light pink color. But I also added Tehja's Wonderland's crystal glass rhinestones in Teenage Witch, which is like a light amethyst color. It just looks like a gray purple lilac color. And then I also use Tehja's Wonderland's Rosalia rhinestones, which are like a nice rose color. Y'all see, I'll probably like put clips somewhere, but they're very pretty colors. But I used solid colors for the other 2 colors, so I should have used a solid color for the light pink. So I'm kind of pissed off about that. But it still looks great. It doesn't take away from the bra at all. I just wished I just stuck to my original plan. So anyway, I'm just going to rhinestone this light pink heart real quick, and then I'll be finished with the heart bra completely. So stay tuned. I hope everything's cool. Everything's nice. If you watched this long, maybe like comment what snack or drink you had while watching this video. And yeah, whatever's clever. I don't know. This video is long. I don't know what to talk about. So anyway, I'll leave you with the music again. And I'll see you at the end of this video. So I'm finished with the bra, so I'm just removing all of the protective stuff from the bra. I also let it dry again for about 24 to 48 hours just to make sure that all the rhinestones set in. But after that's done, then that is it for the bra and it's finished. And so yeah. So this is what the heart bra looks like. I'm absolutely I'm obsessed. I want it in every single color. Like, it is so freaking pretty. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's so, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it so much. Yeah, I can't wait to full on wear it. I don't have any like modeling shots of the bra like this. Y'all will have to wait until the final video when I show off the complete look, but enjoy the beauty that is right in front of you because I love it so much. Anyway, of course, anything with sparkles on it, I'm a love. So I'll leave y'all to it to, like, you know, enjoy the beauty of this heart bra, and then y'all will see me just to wrap up this video real quick. Anyway, I'll see you in a hot minute. Look at this bra. I'm so happy with the way it came out. I love it so much. It came out better than I expected. Now, like, I did make a couple of mistakes with the light amethyst rhinestones and the other rhinestones. I'll put the name here. But I wish I just stuck with the Aaliyah colored rhinestones and just have a solid color for the light pink. For like I did with the other two colors. But other than that, I'm very, very happy with this bra. I love it so much. And, you know, I also made bows for the first time, which is very exciting. So, yeah, so that's how I did the bra. We're done with the bra. I'm done with the bra for this Vday Lovecore fashion project. Sorry, my nose. But yeah, that's it. So we're going to put this bra aside and move on to the corset, which I'll be sewing next video. So stay tuned for that. Please subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you know when that video posts and all the rest of the videos for this Vday Lovecore fashion project. And yeah, so that is pretty much it. As always, all the materials will be linked down below in the description box and in the comments, pinned in the comments. And also, if you want any exclusive sewing patterns, tutorials, and behind the scenes content, please sign up for my Patreon when you have access to all of that. That will also be linked down below. So anyway, lovelies, as always, please love yourself, and I will see you next video. Mwah!